Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak Easy English. Today's episode is about one of the most common and most stressful questions in job interviews. Tell me about yourself. Almost every interview starts with this question, and when people hear it, their mind suddenly goes blank. They think, where should I start? What should I say? Am I saying it correctly?
Exactly. And the first thing we want you to know is this. Relax. This question is not asking for your full life story. The interviewer does not want to hear where you were born, your childhood memories, or what your favorite food is.
Yes, this is not a biography. It's simply a way for the interviewer to start the conversation and understand you as a professional person. They want to see how you speak, how you organize your thoughts, and how confident you sound.
And here's something very important for English learners. Your confidence matters more than perfect English. You do not need advanced vocabulary. You do not need long sentences. You just need to sound clear, calm, and natural.
Many people think, my English is not perfect, so I will fail. But that's not true. Interviewers understand accents. They understand small mistakes. What they really notice is whether you speak with confidence or fear.
That's why today's episode is all about helping you feel comfortable. If you feel relaxed, your English will automatically sound better. When you stop worrying about mistakes, your ideas flow more easily.
So take a deep breath. This question is not a trap. It's an opportunity, a chance to introduce yourself in a strong and simple way.
And by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to answer, "Tell me about yourself," without panic, without memorizing, and without pressure.
Let's begin.
Now, let's talk about why interviewers ask the question, tell me about yourself. Many candidates think this question is random or just small talk, but it's actually one of the most important moments in an interview.
That's right. When an interviewer asks this, they're not just listening to your answer, they're watching how you answer. This question is a test of your communication skills.
And this is where confidence comes in. Two people can give the same answer, but the confident person will always sound more professional. Confidence shows in your voice, your speed, and even in the way you pause.
Yes, if you rush, sound nervous, or apologize for your English, it sends a message that you don't believe in yourself. But when you speak slowly and confidently, even with simple words, it makes a strong impact.
Another reason interviewers ask this question is to see if you understand the job role. Your answer should connect to the position you're applying for. They want to hear relevant skills, experience, or interests, not unrelated details. For example, if you're applying for a customer service job, they want to hear about communication, teamwork, or helping people. If you're applying for a technical role, they want to hear about problem solving or practical skills.
So when you answer, "Tell me about yourself," you're also silently saying, "I understand what this job needs, and I'm a good fit." That's very powerful.
And finally, this question is about the first impression. The first few minutes of an interview often decide how the rest of it will go.
Yes, if your first answer is clear and confident, the interviewer feels relaxed. The conversation flows better. They listen to you with more interest.
But if the first answer is confused or unfocused, it becomes harder to recover even if you're qualified.
That's why this question is not something to fear. It's your chance to set the tone, show confidence, and guide the interview in a positive direction.
So remember, this question tests your communication, your confidence, your understanding of the job, and your ability to make a strong first impression.
And in the next section, we'll talk about the biggest mistakes people make and how you can avoid them easily.
Now let's talk about something very important, the common mistakes people make when answering "tell me about yourself." Even strong candidates lose points here, not because they're unqualified, but because they answer in the wrong way.
The first big mistake is talking too long. Many people think more words mean a better answer, but that's not true. When you talk for 3 or 4 minutes without stopping, the interviewer can get confused or bored.
Yes, instead of sounding confident, long answers often sound unfocused. You may start well, but then you move away from the main point. Remember, the interviewer wants a clear summary, not a full story.
Another common mistake is sharing personal or irrelevant details. This question is not about your family, your hobbies, or your personal problems. These details don't help the interviewer understand your professional value.
Exactly. For example, talking about your childhood, your favorite movies, or your daily routine may feel friendly, but it doesn't answer the real question. Always keep your answer connected to the job.
The third mistake is sounding memorized or robotic. Some people write an answer, memorize it, and repeat it word for word. The problem is, it often sounds unnatural and nervous.
And when you forget one sentence, everything breaks. The interviewer can usually hear when an answer is memorized. It feels stiff, not conversational.
A better approach is to understand the structure, not memorize exact sentences. When you understand what to say, you can speak naturally, even if your words are simple.
Now let's talk about another mistake that seems small but is very common, giving very short, unclear answers. Some candidates are so nervous that they say only one or two sentences.
Yes, like, I'm a student, I'm looking for a job, and then they stop. This doesn't give the interviewer enough information to continue the conversation.
Short answers can sound unsure or unprepared, even if you are capable. You don't need to speak a lot, but you do need to give complete, meaningful information.
So the goal is balance, not too long, not too short, not personal, not robotic, just clear, professional, and natural.
If you avoid these mistakes, you're already ahead of many candidates. And in the next section, we'll show you a simple structure that makes your answer easy, confident, and effective.
Stay with us. This is where everything becomes simple.
Now we've reached the most important part of today's episode, the perfect answer structure for Tell Me About Yourself. If you understand this part, everything becomes easier.
Yes, you don't need to memorize long answers or use difficult English. You just need a simple structure that works in every interview.
We call this the present, past, future structure. It keeps your answer clear, professional, and focused.
1. Present. Who you are now. Always start with the present. This means who you are right now, your current role, your studies, or your main professional identity.
For example, you can say, I'm currently a customer service representative, or I'm a final year business student, or I'm working as a junior web developer.
This opening immediately tells the interviewer where you are today. It shows clarity and confidence.
Keep it short. One or two sentences is enough. You're setting the context, not giving details yet.
Past, relevant experience or skills. Next comes the past. This is where many people make mistakes. The past does not mean your entire history, it means relevant experience.
Exactly. Choose experience or skills that connect directly to the job. Talk about what you've done, what you've learned, or what you're good at.
For example, I have 2 years of experience handling customer inquiries and solving problems. Or, during my studies, I worked on projects that improved my communication and teamwork skills.
Notice how these examples are professional and focused. They don't include unnecessary details. They show value.
Even if you don't have job experience, you can talk about internships, training, volunteer work, or practical skills. What matters is relevance.
This part answers the interviewer's silent question. Why should we consider you? Number 3, future. Why you want this job.
Now comes the future, one of the most powerful parts of your answer.
This is where you explain why you're here and why this job makes sense for you.
For example, I'm now looking for an opportunity where I can grow my skills and contribute to a professional team. Or, I'm excited about this role because it matches my skills and long-term goals.
This shows motivation. It shows direction. Interviewers love candidates who know what they want.
Just remember, don't talk about money or benefits here. Focus on learning, growth,
contribution, and interest in the role.
When you use the present, past, future structure, your answer becomes easy to follow. It sounds organized, even if your English is simple.
That's the secret. Structure creates confidence. You don't panic because you know what comes next.
Also, keep your tone professional, friendly but not casual, confident but not arrogant.
Your full answer should be around 60 to 90 seconds. Long enough to give value, short enough to stay interesting.
So remember, present, who you are now. Past, relevant experience or skills. Future, why you want this job.
Master this structure, and tell me about yourself will no longer be a scary question. It will become your strongest moment.
And in the next section, we'll practice the structure with real examples, so you can start using it immediately.
Now it's time to put everything together with real examples and practice. This is where understanding turns into confidence.
We'll start with a bad example. Don't worry, this is very common. Julia, bad answer example. I was born in a small city. My father is a shopkeeper. I studied many subjects, and I like movies and music. I really need this job.
Let's pause here. What went wrong? This answer is long, personal, and unfocused. It doesn't tell the interviewer who the candidate is professionally or why they're right for the job.
Now let's hear a good example, using the present, past, future structure.
I'm currently working as a customer support assistant. I have 2 years of experience helping customers and solving problems, both online and in person. Now I'm looking for an opportunity where I can grow my skills and contribute to a professional team like yours. Notice the difference. This answer is clear, professional, and confident. It stays focused and directly connects to the job. Let's break it down. Present, I'm currently working as a customer support assistant. Past, I have 2 years of experience helping customers and solving problems. Future, I'm looking for an opportunity to grow and contribute. Now it's your turn. We'll practice together. First sentence, repeat after me. I'm currently working as a customer support assistant. I have 2 years of experience helping customers and solving problems, both online and in person. Now I'm looking for an opportunity where I can grow my skills and contribute to a professional team like yours.
Notice the difference. This answer is clear, professional, and confident. It stays focused and directly connects to the job.
Let's break it down. Present, I'm currently working as a customer support assistant. Past, I have 2 years of experience helping customers and solving problems. Future, I'm looking for an opportunity to grow and contribute. Now it's your turn. We'll practice together. First sentence, repeat after me. I'm currently working as...
Pause the podcast and say your sentence out loud.
Great. Now the second part. Repeat. I have experience in...
Pause again and complete the sentence with your skills.
Perfect. Final part. Repeat. I'm looking for an opportunity to...
Pause and finish your answer.
See? You just created a full interview answer without memorizing.
Practice this daily. Speak out loud. Record yourself. Confidence comes from repetition, not perfection.
The more you practice this structure, the more natural it will feel. And when you're confident, your English sounds better automatically.
In the next and final section, we'll share simple tips to help you sound confident and close today's episode strong.
We're almost at the end of today's episode, and now we want to focus on something just as important as structure and vocabulary: confidence.
Yes, because even the best answer won't work if it's delivered with fear. The good news is that confidence is not something you're born with, it's something you build.
Let's start with a very simple tip. Speak slowly and clearly. Many learners speak fast because they're nervous. When you slow down, you sound more confident and more professional. Slowing down also gives your brain time to think. It's okay to pause. A short pause does not mean weakness. It means control.
Another powerful tip is something people often forget: smile. Even in a serious interview, a gentle smile changes your voice. It makes you sound friendlier and more relaxed.
And staying natural is key. You don't need to act like someone else. You don't need to use big words you're not comfortable with. Simple English, spoken naturally, is always better.
Now let's talk about practice. Confidence does not come from reading silently. It comes from speaking aloud every day.
Yes, talk to yourself in English. Practice in front of a mirror. Record your voice on your phone. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, but that's a good sign. It means you're growing.
Even 5 or 10 minutes a day makes a difference. Practice your tell me about yourself answer until it feels normal, not special.
Remember, mistakes are not failures. Mistakes mean you're learning. Every confident speaker you admire once made the same mistakes you are making now.
And here's something very important. Believe that you belong in that interview room. You are there because you have value.
Your English does not need to be perfect to be powerful. Your confidence, clarity, and effort matter more.
So the next time someone asks, tell me about yourself, take a breath, smile, speak slowly, and trust your preparation.
You've learned the structure. You've practiced the examples. Now it's time to use them in real life.
Thank you for listening to Speak Easy English.
Subscribe to Speak Easy English. Practice every day. Speak with confidence.
We'll see you in the next episode.